This One's Wife. She'd had her chips. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. Well, part 2 of season 1 is on the horizon. I'm sure you can barely contain your excitement, and quite possibly it's even more exhilarating than anticipating Christmas. I should imagine that your sleep's interrupted with the prospect of learning more about the supposed culinary skills of This One's Wife. Lacking any promotional heft, because Netflix doesn't really give a shit about the crap series, it's left to This One's Wife to engage in more self-promotion. And here I am to tell you about the latest farce from the Duchess of Desperation herself, This One's Wife. You're fully familiar with her, the self-anointed queen of Monty Shitshow, the perpetual victim who traded tiaras for tantrums, and now peddles her hollow existence as lifestyle wisdom. How utterly predictable, how drearily basic. The Daily Mail, that bastion of unfiltered schadenfreude, has gifted us with a gem. This One's Wife faces backlash over promo for her upcoming Netflix series as she shares an appetizing recipe. Here she is, frying up what she calls crisps, or, to our transatlantic cousins, chips, potatoes, sliced thin and dunked in oil. How utterly groundbreaking of her. Never been done before. She shows this, and the world responds with, "Ugh," and then recoils in horror. But let's not rush into it. I'm going to bring to you the narcissistic underbelly of her relentless self-promotion, her culinary incompetence that rivals a toddler's finger painting, and the sheer uselessness of her endeavours. First of all, envision the scene. This One's Wife, perched in her borrowed Californian mansion, filmed alongside her holiday special, because nothing says authenticity like batch recording your faux sincerity. She posts an Instagram image. Yes, once again, the narcissist taking to social media. He posts an image of crisps sizzling in a pan. The caption? New season of With Love Meghan, August 26 on @Netflix. Dare I say, it's all that. And a bag of chips. Oh, laugh! I nearly bought a round. Oh, the cringe. Quoting a 90s line. Yeah, that long ago, from Will Smith's Fresh Prince era. As if slapping a nostalgic sticker on her bland offering makes it cool. But you see, the thing is, This One's Wife, you're not cool. You're tepid tap water, pretending to be champagne. The backlash on X was swift and delicious. One user quipped, "Those are chips, would never have guessed." Another wrote, "This isn't new, exciting or inventive. I tried making chips with my kids 30 years ago." And the pièce de résistance. Beige? Not even healthy enough to be beige, actually. Not appetizing. Beige. Yes, the Duchess of Industrial Beige, as I coined her. How fitting for a woman whose entire brand is a washed-out palette of pseudo-elegance. I recognise this for what it is. Fuel-seeking behaviour, of course, at its most pathetic. This One's Wife craves admiration like a vampire craves blood. But instead of enthralling us with grandeur, she serves up potato chips. In her first series of With Love Meghan, aired in March, filmed simultaneously with Part 2, Efficiency or Laziness, you can decide, her culinary tips included plating a takeaway and tying a bow around shop-bought pretzels. Plating takeaway. As if the world needed guidance on dumping Uber Eats onto a plate. This is the height of her expertise. Uselessness personified. Imagine the delusion. She fancies herself a domestic goddess, yet her kitchen antics scream amateur hour. Frying crisps that look like they've been exhumed from a compost heap. Soggy, underbrowned, unseasoned abominations. Okay, I get it that they're still being cooked and not yet browned, but potato chips, I think we all can make them. Is this and the pasta the extent of her cooking skills? Thus far I've seen nothing she's made that I'd want to try. Precisely. This One's Wife's skills are as deep as a puddle after a light drizzle. She's not innovating, she's regurgitating basics from a beginner's cookbook, then draping them in her signature veneer of self-importance. but the self-promotion. It's relentless, a tsunami of thirst that drowns all subtlety. This promo isn't about the show, it's about this one's wife, always this one's wife. With love, Meghan. Note the title, centering her name like a narcissistic monogram on a counterfeit hound bag. She's not sharing recipes, she's simply harvesting lights and that sweet, sweet validation fuel. Yet the world sees through it. Her Netflix deal already downgraded. No blank checks anymore. As Mark Bukowski put it, less champagne budget, more Prosecco by the glass. Prosecco for a duchess. Oh, the horror. The output? A documentary on Ugandan orphans. Virtue signalling at its finest. An adaptation of some romantic drivel, still not yet being made, with Meet Me at the Lake. And more of this one's wife's lifestyle fluff. Netflix Chief Content Officer Bella Bajaria gushes about the influential voices. But what does she influence with? Chips. Crisps. And let's not forget the wine fiasco still rumbling on in the background as Ever's 2024 Napa Valley Rosé launched August the 5th, still unsold after 2 weeks later. Compare that with the 2023 vintage, which vanished in an hour. Now, critics. The team posts gushing clips. Cheers to summer's final sips, our founder's favourite pour, available for a limited time. Founder's favourite, though we never see her drinking it, although we know that she's an avid day drinker, well, nothing sells like this one's wife's endorsement, right? Wrong. Minimum 3 bottles at $30 each, plus $20 shipping and taxes. That's over $110 for soft notes of stone fruit rosé that's essentially the same as last year's, but with less punch. 13.5% ABV, down from 14.5%. It's not selling because it's overpriced mediocrity, bottled narcissism. The aesthetic, wicker basket, hat in the background, quaint but desperate. This is her pivot. Peddle wine as if it's elixir from the gods, but the buyers aren't biting. Why? Because this one's wife's brand is built on smoke and mirrors, not substance. Her thoughtfully curated wine evokes wildfires, grapes from a near-destroyed estate, supportive or opportunistic, yet it plops. Self-promotion fails when the product is as uninspiring as her crisps. Narcissists like this one's wife thrive on the illusion of grandeur, but we regularly see, because of her incompetence and overexposure, that it's beige crisps, unsold wine, downgraded deals, and the backlash is fuel's antithesis, devaluation. This one's wife isn't a trailblazer, although she likes to think that she is. She's a trend chaser, aping Martha Stewart without the skill, Oprah without the gravitas. Her Monty Shit Show exile 5 years post-Megxit reeks of isolation. Birthday posts thanking those of you I don't know for love, pathetic pleas for affirmation. Harry's taste revealed like state secrets, he doesn't like lobster. A distraction from her emptiness. But it's still entertaining, albeit tedious, isn't it? Watching the Duchess of Basic Behaviours flail in her self-made kitchen purgatory. She promotes, we ridicule. She poses, we expose. Useless, profoundly. But in her delusion, it's all with love. Love for herself, of course. And as the crisps burn, or perhaps fail to brown, so does her empire. Cheers to that, but with a proper vintage. Not her watery rosé. It's quite clear she can't even cook chips because she's had her chips. And the downward spiral continues. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.